The United Kingdom appears to be headed for an election on the 12th of December after Labour Leader Jeremy Corbyn confirmed his party would vote for it. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been pushing for a vote to sort out the Brexit stalemate. Mr Corbyn says he's ready to fight after the no-deal option was taken off the table.
We are ready for an election. We're going to go out there with a very strong message of how we transform our society to end inequality and injustice and deal with the devastating poverty that so many people face. We always said we wanted an election. We do want an election, but we wanted no deal to be taken off the table. We've now had confirmation from all 28 EU member states that no deal is off the table. So we're going to go out there with the biggest campaign this party has ever mounted. Totally united, totally determined, and I'm absolutely looking forward to going every part of this country with my wonderful shadow cabinet team here and all the fantastic Labour activists to give a message of hope where there isn't one with this government.
And for more analysis, Paul Murray Live spoke to Professor Benjamin Laker from London's Henley Business School. He says that while the polls have consistently put Jeremy Corbyn behind, he's still a chance of sneaking an election victory.
That's certainly one of the interesting questions here. They have been, as we know, in a period of civil war for a significant amount of time, and we know there has been a lot of tension within the party, and particularly within the electorate as to whether or not they should answer the call laid down by Boris Johnson 3 times. And at the 3rd time of asking it, it appears, as you've said, that they are going to answer their call. And they will believe that this is now the time that Jeremy Corbyn can become the next Prime Minister of the UK. I think the polls have suggested for a significant amount of time that that cannot happen, and we know that Boris Johnson, through his Churchillian rhetoric for a significant amount of time, has been way out in the polls, and he has said for a long time that the day of reckoning will be upon those Remainers who have tried to stifle the Brexit process, Jeremy Corbyn being one of those individuals. So absolutely no, I do not think he will be the next Prime Minister. However, there could be some votes taken away from the Conservative Party, and perhaps that could mean we are heading for another coalition. For much of the past month or so, Boris Johnson has clung on to the type of do or die rhetoric. He absolutely promised the people of Britain that the UK would exit the European Union on October 31st. That has now not happened, and his critics are simply saying this is another lie told by Boris Johnson to the electorate. And of course, Nigel Farage, he will be arguing that actually there's only one party that could have ever delivered Brexit. It was not going to be the Conservatives, it was the Brexit Party. And that is why we fully expect they will leak a lot of votes, the Conservative Party, to the Brexit Party. And the summary, therefore, is that Labour do have a chance, partly because it's not going to be a full Conservative count.